Good morning, my name is Ezra. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Phần, Long.
Alright, for this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself.
Okay.
Do you work or do you study?
Now I'm currently working in a marketing agency. I work with Google and Facebook to help companies to acquire more customers.
Do you like the place where you work?
Yeah, I kind of like it. I found my college. They are very, they really friendly, and I can learn a lot from them, experience from them. So I think I like it.
Now I'd like to talk about where you live. Where do you live at the moment?
I'm living in Long Biên district, which is on the other side of the Red River. It's about like 10 kilometers far from here. So if you want to get there, you have to go across the Long Biên bridge.
Okay. What do you like about your neighborhood?
I think it's a good neighborhood. To be honest, I don't usually meet or talk to my neighbors, but my parents seems like them, so I guess they're nice. Yeah.
Are there any parks where you live?
No, they're not. But I would love to have a park near my house because I can sometimes go there to doing exercise or get some fresh air. That would be very good for my health.
Thank you. Now I'm going to give you a topic I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you have 1 minute to think about it, and you can make notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay.
Alright, and here's your topic.
Thank you.
A few moments later.
And now I'd like you to describe something you bought that was difficult to use at first. And remember to speak for 2 minutes. Don't worry if I'll stop you when the time is up.
Okay. To be honest, I don't usually purchase something that is hard to use. But if I have to choose one thing to talk about, it would be a musical instrument. Actually, it was my very first instrument, a guitar. I bought it like 9 years ago from a store near my house. At that time, I didn't know anything about guitar, like how to pick a nice guitar that suits me. So I made a very poor choice. I remember that day when I came to the store, I immediately saw a very beautiful sunburst colored guitar. It was stunning, and I think it would be very cool if I could play this guitar in front of my friends. And then the owner of the shop came to me and he said this was the best guitar in the store. It was beautiful, it sounds great, and it has decent setup, and is also very affordable, like only $150. So I was fully convinced. I couldn't find any reason not to buy it, so I bought it. And turns out it was a very low quality guitar, which is made in China. And the string was very hard to play, the neck was not straight, and it broke after 2 months. I have to bring it to the luthier to fix it and make it easier to play. Luckily, it was still playable, and I still keep it until now. Although I have other guitars now, I have like 3 guitars, but I still keep it because I think that's my first guitar, and maybe that's the first guitar, so I still keep it. So that's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, so we've been talking about products and brands, and I would like to discuss with you some more questions related to this. Let's start with what makes things special to you?
In my opinion, something that reminds me of my friend or my family or the person I love, like a gift, a present. I think that's special to me. Yeah.
Do you think it is necessary to follow the fashion and use the latest products?
Yeah, I think it really depends on the person who uses the products. Like if my job requires me to have good looks, like model, like singer and artist, I think I have to follow the trend. But on the contrary, if my job doesn't require me to have good appearance to attract people, I would not spend money on some latest collection of some fashion designers. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, what makes a brand trustworthy?
I would say a brand is trustworthy if I can see my families use their products. I can hear it from my friends, and like in short, if people I know tell me that this product is good, I say the brand is trustworthy.
Alright, let's talk about advertisements. Why do you think advertisements are useful in selling products?
Because selling product is the main purpose of making advertisement. You know, advertisement really can tell stories and convince people to buy products. And plus, companies spend a huge amount of money on advertising. So I think they would not do that if the advertisement was not useful.
What are some of the famous brands in your country?
To be honest, I don't know much about local fashion brands because I always buy cheap clothes from China. But I do know some very famous international fashion brands like Gucci, Versace, Armani, Tom Ford, and I would love to try some of their product someday.
Okay, for my last question, how do people pay for things they buy online?
People normally pay through their credit cards or use online banking for making purchases. But now with the e-commerce, I think companies have also started providing the option of COD, you know, cash on delivery. So you can pay when you get the product. So that's how people pay.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. You're done with your speaking test.
Thank you.
So you have just witnessed a speaking mock test that got an overall band score of 6.0. So to break it down or to explain to you why he got a 6.0 is, let's start with the fluency. He was willing to speak at length and he used a wide range of connectives and discourse markers. But there were some occasional mistakes or repetitions and self-corrections that he committed while he was talking. For his vocab, he was able to produce a wide range of vocabulary that is related to the topic, and he was able also to paraphrase most of the questions in general. So that's why he got a 6 as well for vocabs. However, for his grammar, he might have used a mixture of simple and complex sentences, but there was a limited flexibility when it comes to the usage of it. There were also notable grammatical errors every now and then, but these errors did not affect the comprehension in general. And lastly, for his pronunciation, which was also a 6, he was able to speak clearly, although there were some words that were mispronounced, some individual words that were not pronounced clearly. However, this does not affect the overall understanding of his speech. So that is why he got a 6 in all 4 areas of the speaking test. So I hope this video gave you an idea of what an IELTS speaking test is, and you can learn some tips and tricks from this. I wish you all the best in your IELTS speaking test.